All right, we're going to see how well you can BS your way through answers that you may not know. A little snapshot to what it was like when Virginia, Jaybird, and producer Denny's were called on in school back in the day. It's a game called Am I Close? And we'll see, can they get close to what the actual answer to the question should be? Virginia, your question, can you tell me why did they call it the Dark Ages?
So they called it the Dark Ages because everybody had kind of a mood. I mean, you would have had a mood too. There was like scarlet fever, yellow fever, typhoid fever, all the fevers.
Every fever.
The triple threat.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And, you know, those are dark times mentally. When you're going through S-bomb like that.
Yeah.
Dark ages, bruh.
Can you imagine how cool it would have been to be emo then?
Oh my gosh.
Everybody was probably emo.
So cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's just where you were.
Everyone had dark eyeliner and just walking around sad.
Am I close?
I'm going to ask Jaybird over here. What is the difference between a cemetery and a graveyard?
A cemetery is for where you have bigger structures like tombstones, like your coffins, things like that. And it's also where people work, like a grounds crew. The other thing is strictly straight up just spirit. You go there and you're like, oh boy, no one even works here. Boy, this is creepy. Dead people? Am I close?
Boy, dead people?
No one works here.
No.
Dead people.
A lot of people laying down on the job.
And Denny's, a question I have for you here in Am I Close? Why is the dollar symbol an S?
Yes, the dollar symbol is an S because they used to use snails for currency.
Yes, okay.
And over time, they just, saying like, hey, can I get 5 snails for this? And snails that, snails. They were like, let's just cut this down to just an S symbol. It's just a snail S symbol now. So
so instead of like an actual bill of currency, they would actually just exchange snails. So the S stands for snail.
They don't give you much room on a check, so it was easier to just draw the S than it was to actually, draw a snail.
Okay.
If this was an actual college class, would you kick us all out of class?
It would be. I'd be like, going, man, I gotta do something else in my life.
I don't want to be a teacher anymore.
Right. 3.5% pay raise is not even close enough.
No.
Even if I got that. Okay, who gave us the best answer when it came to Am I Close just a second ago? I'd asked Virginia, why did they call it the Dark Ages? And she said it was just kind of a feverish era. They had all kinds of fever.
It was terrible. It was dark and sad.
Yeah, scarlet fever, yellow fever, red fever.
Typhoid
Yes.
fever.
Funny enough, I think you would have done well that time period.
I mean, she loves wearing black.
Yeah.
She would have crushed it in the Dark Ages.
I feel like I have some sort of fever with these hot flashes.
Okay.
Your mama still got menopause?
Oh my gosh. It's getting worse by the minute.
Oh, man.
Who wants to fight?
Well,
I swear I don't. I'm so scared.
well, the reason why they called it the Dark Ages was mainly because Renaissance scholars viewed the period as a cultural decline and because fewer records survived in this era than what had happened with the Roman Empire, which was ending around 500 AD. So it's not because it was truly dark or a stagnant era, but that's why it has the name of the Dark Ages.
Could you imagine having menopause during the Dark Ages?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, good luck with a fan then.
If you lived that long, right? I mean, the life expectancy
It was like 12.
wasn't as good as it is now.
Yeah, terrible. We asked Jaybird what the difference between a cemetery and a graveyard is, and he had said the cemetery has your bigger structures, graveyard, basically nobody working there. Yeah. So I think you just kind of drive by and you throw your dead grandpa in the yard and just kind of keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a yard and there's just, whatever.
I miss you, dog.
It sounded good to me.
Okay, you're going with that.
Yeah, I give him an A.
The slight difference is that a graveyard is a burial ground attached to a church. It's typically a little bit smaller and historically used for members of that church. If you go to some old country churches, you'll see little graveyards always out back of the church. And that would have been the graveyard. Whereas a cemetery is kind of a separate non-church affiliated burial ground. Usually it's larger and open to people of all faiths or none.
Huh.
Yeah, I knew somebody, they could look out their window and see a cemetery. And I always thought, does that freak you out at nighttime? Could you do that? Or would that creep you out?
Depends on what I had to pay for the house. If I got a good deal, yeah, cemetery it up. Let's go.
Yeah. There's so many houses. I believe the creepy house that they've got at Woodlawn Cemetery, I think that was the deal, is that originally that was the church that they have at Yesteryear Village. That house that's there, the Riddle House, I think that originally was attached to a cemetery or graveyard.
That's a good little nugget of information.
Well, I mean, spirits are just passing through, right?
Yeah.
My favorite is when Virginia got yelled at by the woman working there because Virginia was talking too loud.
I had a few pops in me.
Yeah.
Why would I be at the South Florida Fair if I'm not drinking?
She was making fun of me, and she had an audience, and they were like eating it all up. And then this older woman came down. You need to lower your voice right now.
You loved it.
It was awesome.
Yeah. She got scolded while trying to rip on you.
I left. I got a drink.
You did. You left.
I'm like, ugh. Disgusting.
And then we asked Denny's, why is the dollar symbol an S? And he said the S stood for snails because that's what they exchanged instead of money. That's not really it.
Oh.
Am I close?
Not too much. They say that the symbol likely evolved from the Spanish peso, which was widely used in early America. As we were getting going on, I guess we had the peso before maybe we had the dollar.
We did?
And they say merchants abbreviated pesos as PS, and over time the letters were written together with the S overlapping the P, and eventually it just created the modern dollar sign that we have now.
Huh.
That's why we have that symbol.
So it's not snails?
I know, right?
Also right.
I'm
Crazy.
Shocked.
And you might see why Denny's was voted as having the worst answer.
No, escargot.
Yeah. 25% said that his was best. Virginia wasn't much better with 29% of the vote. And the person who did the best, Jaybird, 46% of the vote today.
I believed his. I was like, damn, he sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
Got me. Got me. I knew the answer, and I was still confused.
That tells you how dumb the room is. We're like, yeah.